Namaste and welcome to this conversation with NRI News 24/7. Today, we have with us Mr. Hemant M. Shah. He's a prominent NRI from Winnipeg, Canada, and we're going to have a conversation about the impact of the Indian budget 2023 on Indo-Canadian opportunities. Hemant bhai, welcome to this conversation and thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule and having this conversation with us. So, what do you think about the Indian budget 2023 and how is this budget going to impact the Indo-Canadian trade and opportunities?
First of all, Rizwan bhai, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you and your viewers. And मैं इतना हिंदी में कहूंगा सबसे पहले मेरी मातृभूमि तो भारत है आप सबकी तरह लेकिन मेरी कर्मभूमि आज 48 years आगे बनी विनिपेग कनाडा a Bombay boy from plus 30 to minus 30 and that's where my journey began in 48, 49 years ago. I don't know how many people, the viewers will recall the import license Raj of India. I started doing business between Canada and India during the 150% duty import license Raj. And now things are changed. Uh, you're talking about the budget. What I have seen over the years, I think is the biggest boost or something unique was is done this budget. Uh, lots of tax revamp they've done it. I must say that the government of India, especially Honorable Prime Minister Modi, has taken a step forward for India and Indian economy. I think what they've done in this budget, I never thought that government will do this, and I think it's
Okay.
a very positive budget. Always they are moving forward. Lots of changes what they've done is a really good changes, and especially the changes what they've done attracting foreign investors. And like India is going to take some time. Like there is always a two side of a coin. But we can say we are going to complete 75 years of our independence. So, nothing is going to happen overnight. Canada is around 106, 152 years economy, and the US is 180. So, India is 75, but in 75, what India has done, it's very remarkable. And budget, there's a few points on a budget. I was really impressed what he has done. He is visioning the Prime Minister of India, the Finance Minister, their vision India 5 years ahead. Now, as you know, like G20, we are going to be a hosting country.
Okay.
And this is where he's looking at after 5 years where India will be on an international platform. That's the reason what he has done. Like I can say they are talking about digital currency coming soon.
Right.
That's the what he's trying to do. We all say there is a bureaucracy in India. Everything he's slowly cutting down that bureaucracy.
Mhm.
Digital money is coming, like he import on some luxury item, the duty has not been imposed, whatever the duty was. So
Right.
I personally feel individually that's one of the good budget what the government of India and Prime Minister of India and Finance Minister has proposed, and
So, Hemant bhai, how do you think this budget can create opportunities for Canada and Indian businesses to collaborate? We could,
it's
what is the demand in Canada and what is the demand in India for this collaboration?
uh, Rizwan bhai, Canada and India has enjoyed more than 50 years a strong relationship. Canada is Commonwealth, India is Commonwealth. and we enjoyed a very strong trade relationship. We have enjoyed the bilateral trade. Like the first joint venture in India was Bata Shoe Company many years ago, Thomas Bata. That was the first joint venture. And Mr. Bata was a immigrant too from Czechoslovakia. And I remember, like I'm talking about 82, 83. When I was involved with the Canada India Business Council as a board of director, and still there was the economy closed, but we used to do a business. And this Nava Sheva port, the new Bombay port,
Mhm.
the whole study was done by Canadian company, CD Howe and Company. Those days I'm talking about the whole planning and everything. So, Canada is enjoying a great relationship. India is enjoying. There is a great opportunity between this, our great countries. Like you see this metros, Bombardier is a Canadian company. We had a BlackBerry. Then, you talk about McCain Foods, like a French fries. Now, recently, Tim Horton started in Delhi. They're starting in Chandigarh. So across the metro cities, Tim Horton is going to start. So there is a great opportunity between Canada and India, and India to Canada. I can see there is lots of IT companies now, like a big IT companies, Wipro, Infosys, TCS. They have a big presence in Canada. Then the oil and natural gas sector has a great opportunity. Agro food. So, like it's a great opportunity, and this budget is going to encourage more the Canadians to come here and Canadians to, invest in India, take advantage. And switch. I'm talking about a big boys, but let's talk about SMEs. There's a small
Mhm.
SMEs, like,
Right.
I can say from Pune, from the Nagpur, they are becoming aggressive into the Canadian market. They're trying to tie up something. And this budget has another thing, what I was looking at it, they've given a more importance to startups. So the point,
Right.
like a small SME thinking to start up in India and expand their wings in Canada. Not only Canada, it's a North American market. And until Mexico, NAFTA, take advantage of a NAFTA trade agreement. So if you have a presence in Canada, you have access to US, you have access to Mexico. So that's
Right.
our Canada-India relation is going to go more stronger, and is going to be with this budget. I feel it's going to solidify this relationship. And Rizwan Bhai, I would like to add here. We have a very dynamic, trade-oriented, recently appointed Canadian High Commissioner, Honorable Cameron McKay. We have a consul general in consul general in Bombay, Miss Deirdre Kenny. Like their trade team, our trade team of Canadian trade team in India, like they have office in Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Chandigarh,
Right.
Calcutta, Gujarat. They are really aggressive, and you see they are in a road show. They are promoting Canada, and they're looking forward for both bilateral trade.
Absolutely. I mean, that's very heartening to know that SMEs are now going to have more opportunities. Now, we've been talking about the financial impact, but doing business was also a part of this conversation. So, how do you think these SMEs will benefit, and what are the procedures and methods that they should adopt if they want to do business with Canada?
You see, a very good question, Rizwan Bhai. Like small SMEs, and I understand they have a limited budget.
Right,
They are not like a big boys. They have a big
right,
budget. But the point here, SMEs, there is a lot of Indo-Canadian organization which is based in Canada, such as
okay,
Canada India Business Council, Indo-Canadian Business Chamber of Commerce, Overseas Friend of Canada, Canada India Global Fund. There is many Indo-Canadian organization which promoting a trade. In their membership, there is lots of SME. So first thing, try to connect with them. Try to connect. Don't look for a big boys. Look for a company which will match you. Second thing, I will put it in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a business in India, like many years ago, we used to come. It was like, you make a first visit from Canada to India, you're not going to make a business. You
Right.
have to have a commitment for that market. Second thing, you have to develop the relationship. Whom you
Right.
want to do a business. It's
Correct.
like a dating, it's like a dating, like you do like a couple of trips, you know each other,
Right.
then you are invited for a lunch or dinner at home, and then you develop the relationship. India still believe in a relationship. Like
See.
fine, we are talking about all the digital world, WhatsApp, Instagram, but still people like me from the old school, we believe in relationship, we believe in eye to eye contact. And
Mm-hmm.
when you develop that relationship and then you go into the engagement ring, after 6, 7 visits, that's what
Okay.
SMEs should allocate some budget, traveling
Mm-hmm.
budget, make a trip, do research. Toronto, Montreal, yes, big cities are there. But my humble request to them, look for Western Canada as well. And look on a down east, like the Nova Scotia, St. John's, Nova Scotia, where this province needs more business and they are welcoming everything. Everybody's focus, what I have seen over the years, is the big cities in Canada, but look for opportunity in Western Canada, Winnipeg. Of course, I'll promote Winnipeg because that's my Karmabhoomi. But
Definitely.
Saskatoon, uh, Alberta, Vancouver, BC, look for other, uh, other parts of other provinces of Canada. But like it's not an overnight market. To SMEs need to develop the relationship with your partners in India. It's not like, government of Canada or government of India is going to introduce the company. But then we have to move forward with this company, make our relationship, make how both companies can be profitable, that relation, the SMEs needs to develop that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Hemant Bhai, for having this conversation with us and summarizing what you have just said. You're very hopeful about this budget, and you feel that the government has opened the doors for the SMEs, and now the SMEs need to navigate their path for being a global player.
I will conclude one this thing. I will give a big kudos to the government of India. What they are visioning, G20 is going to be happen next year. They are visioning the 5 years, like 2030, India. Like I think all this notes and currency will go away. Slowly, everybody has started on Paytm, Google. I think there will be a currency, digital currency. And that's a step forward, like yes, we people like me, when we come, like we think, oh, India, oh, still pollution, India has this. My request to these people, when you make a comment, when I migrated 45 years ago or 50 years ago, my motherland was same. I can't change my mother. That's, I'm proud to be my mother. Like it's going to change. It just give them a time. It's not going to happen overnight. But my request, whenever you travel from Canada, USA, UK, as soon as you leave that airport, you become an Indian. You leave your Canadian or American background back there. Where as soon as you sit in the plane, you become an Indian. और फिर देखिए कभी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा, no pollution, nothing. So thank you very much, Rizwan Bhai, to giving me this opportunity, and would like to speak to you wherever the possible.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.